I want to take a minute today and do a short video about hunting suppressors and the ones I've used and the ones I'm using now. It's amazing the amount of suppressors that are on the market today. There's just so many available. And the process of getting suppressor is much easier than it used to be. I won't go into great detail on that, but I invite you to check it out if you don't have a suppressor. The methodology now for going through that process is so much easier. There's the new e-forms. It's faster. It doesn't take forever to get your suppressors anymore. So take a look at that. But what I want to do is kind of make a comparison and kind of show you my progression over the years of getting to know suppressors, getting to hunt with them primarily, and what's changed and what I'm using now. So the neat thing about suppressors was, obviously in the beginning, was just to protect our hearing and to have something that was a bit quieter. Now, just so you know, suppressors are not Hollywood quiet. That's for the movies. They are hearing safe, the good suppressors though, and they're going to get that sound level down to where it's manageable, especially in a hunting scenario. At the range, I'm still going to use hearing protection if I'm out banging gongs all afternoon. I think it only makes sense. You know, if you're like me and you've hunted your whole life, and when you were younger you didn't listen to those that told us to use hearing protection, and you're suffering like me with hearing damage. I should have paid attention to what people had told me, but I thought, oh no, I'm bulletproof, and I just wish suppressors would have come along sooner. But what we found with suppressors at the beginning, those of us that have been doing this a while, was obviously we're going to get some noise reduction, but the reduction in recoil was also amazing. It was amazing to have the opportunity, especially with children and ladies, or even guys, to jump into bigger calibers, because you could just be able to reduce that recoil so much. And so that made it an opportunity for youngsters getting out there hunting, and go ahead and start with a bigger caliber. Put a suppressor on it and get started. So that's something that's been just really advantageous when it comes to hunting. The problem with hunting suppressors, and one of the reasons I think some people don't have them, they think they're all like this or bigger. It's one of my older 30 cals. It's steel. It's very heavy. It's great to go shoot at the range. You can do a lot of things with it. It'll do a very good job, but it's not what I call an ideal hunting suppressor. And so I've been hunting for quite a few years now with this Thunder Beast Ultra 5 30 cal first generation. And it has amazed me on how it takes out recoil when you come to big calibers like 300 Winchester. Just absolutely, I've been personally amazed to see what it does on recoil. Ultra 5, meaning 5 inches long. They make them in different lengths. Obviously there's a myriad of suppressors on the market. This is just the one that I turned on to a few years ago and have hunted with and have really enjoyed, because it doesn't add much length to my gun. I don't like waving a flagpole in the air with my rifle, and I don't think anybody else does either. But being able to have something that's convenient and yet highly effective, I think is what we want for hunting. And that's what I'm hoping I'm doing with this video, is just showing some people what I use and what works for me. And then you can go out there and go shopping. Go look at all the different suppressors that are available, because my goodness, you might not ever get through all of them in the variety that's out there today. But I've been impressed with Thunder Beast Arms and what they've done with these lightweight titanium suppressors. But I've just been able to get this second generation Ultra 5, also a 30 cal. This one was still under the old manual paper tax stamp system with the government, getting that from ATF. So it took me a while to get this thing, even though they've been out for a year, I guess, or so. The neat thing about this, it's another leap in technology, even over the first generation. And so it is a 30 cal suppressor that's 5 inches long and only weighs 6 ounces. So that's great. It's light. It's great for hunting. And as I was preparing for one of my hunts recently, overseas, big safari, was going to a country that I couldn't take a suppressor. Normally with suppressors, we had dealt with quite a bit of point of impact change when we're taking the suppressor on and off of the gun. With the Ultra 5, it's so light, there's very little of that at 100 yards. Now you're going to have to always double check these things, make sure we're zeroed where we want to be, but I attribute that to the lighter weight. So a lightweight small suppressor that's worked for me, and I encourage you to check it out, whether it's your first suppressor or your 20th suppressor. This one or something that's akin to it. There's so many on the market. Again, I don't pretend to know all of them, but I just want people to understand that there's tools out there to protect your hearing and still have a good time on the hunt and not have things that are in your way. I love things that are small and lightweight, and my goodness, the Thunder Beast Ultra 5 second generation 30 cal, it fits the bill for me. Take a look at it.